Yes, students, good morning. Don't reply. Don't reply. And keep your mics off and cameras off. Don't try to trouble in the class. Right. Open your book. We will continue with the chapter that is political parties. In the last live session, we have discussed about the political party and we have discussed about the components of the political party and we discussed about the functions of the political parties. Right. What is political party? Political party is a group of people that comes together to contest election. That comes together to contest election and to hold power in the government. That is known as a political party. Who are the components of the political party? Three components were there of the political parties. Number one, that was the leaders. Number two, that were the active members. Number three, that were the followers. Who were the leaders? The topmost leader, those who are the main member of the party, is known as the leaders. Those who are contesting election and in power. And next is there that are active members. Active members were the members. Active members are the members, those who are working for the party actively, means all the time they are working for the political party. Right. Keep your mouth, mic, Anita. Next thing, active. I was telling about the active members. Active members were the members or are the members, those who are working for the political party actively all the time. Right? Means all the time they are working for the party and they are fully committed to the party. And next is the third component that is the next component is that the followers. Who are the followers? The followers are the person those who are active at the time of elections only. Means they are giving the vote, they are only casting their vote, they are not so much active in the politics. Right. And we discussed about the functions of the political party. What are the functions of the political party? The functions of the political party, number one, to contest election. The first function that is to contest election. Number two, policies and programs. Parties put forward policies and programs. Right. I think till here we have discussed. I told you about the one word partisanship. What is partisanship? When a person is fully committed when a person is fully committed to its party, it is known as the partisanship. Right? When a person whether the party is right or wrong, but he is fully committed to that party, it is known as partisanship. Next is there point three. Point three is that making laws. Making laws. What is there? Making laws. Making laws means a party plays a decisive role. Plays a decisive role in making laws for a country. Who are making laws for the country? MLAs and MPs. Right. So what are they? Means the leaders, the elected leaders, they are making laws for the country. The elected leaders, they are making laws for the country. Who are they? They are MPs and MLAs. Two type, two elections are there. One is Vidhan Sabha election and one is Lok Sabha election. In that, in Lok Sabha election, what we are doing, we are electing our MPs, and in Vidhan Sabha election, we are electing our MLAs. And MLAs, they are electing their CM, and MPs electing their PM. Right. Parties, the elected parties, they plays a decisive role in making laws for the country. Formally, laws are debated and passed in the legislature. I told you about the horizontal division of power. What is horizontal division of power? That is legislative, executive, and judiciary. Three organs are there, that is legislative, executive, and judiciary. Legislative, those who makes the law, like leaders. Executive, those who executes the law, means the government officials. And judiciary is an independent authority. Judiciary is an independent authority. Though what is the work of the judiciary? Judiciary is solving out the disputes of the legislatures and the executives. What the work of who is the Chief Justice of India? This is your homework. Who is the Chief Justice of India? Right. And what is there? But since most in the legislature lawmaking, what is there? But since most of the members belong to a party, they go by the direction of the party leadership. Means what is there? Whose rule is there in the country? Majority party rule. Whose rule is there? Majority party means who is there in majority? BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, and its allies. It is known as NDA, National Democratic Alliance. They are in majority and they are in power. So every leader has to work according to the direction of the party head. Who is the head of the BJP party? Mr. JP Nadda, right? And earlier who was there? Mr. Amit Shah. And now they means the leaders have to work according to the wishes of the political party leadership, irrespective of their personal opinion. If they are thinking that is good or another thing is good, but they can't do anything, but because they have to do the work according to the political parties, the leaders of the main leaders of the political party. Next thing is there that party forms and run the government. Number one, party contest the election. Number two, policies and programs it is framing. And number three, making laws. And number four, party forms and runs the government. Right, Deepak Mishra is the chief justice. Parties form and runs the government. As we noted last year, what we have noticed last year, the big policies decision are taken by political executive. Political. I told you about executive. Executives are the government officials, but here we are talking about the political executive. Who are the political executive? Means leaders. Means leaders. Political executives are the leaders. So the major decisions are taken by the political executives that comes from the political parties. Obviously, the leaders, they are contesting election, they are getting the majority of vote, then they are coming in a power. They are means forming the government. So what is their party recruits leaders, trains them, and then make them ministers to run the government in the way they want. What the winning ruling party is doing? Ruling party is giving the ticket to the person, those who are famous or with the money, right? Then what is there? They are giving them training and then makes them minister. Who makes them minister? The ruling party. To them, to whom they are making the minister? From their own party and from the opposition party. Opposition party means those who won, those who has win the seats, right? So what is there? They are giving the extra, they are giving the extra responsibility to some leaders. They are with the different departments. Like one minister got the ministership of like finance minister of India. Who is the finance minister of India? This is also your homework. Learn the cabinet ministry. Learn the cabinet ministry. So You have to learn the cabinet ministry of India, right? Those part, yeah, Nirmala Sitaraman is there. Next point, those parties that lose in election. Not everyone will win in election. Nirmala Sitaraman is the right answer. Of that, who is Nirmala Sitaraman? Finance Minister of India. And next point is there that those party that lose in election, they play the role of opposition. Means they were not able to get the majority. The party was not able to get the majority, and they got the second largest number, second highest number of vote. So what are they doing? They are playing the role of opposition. What is the role of opposition to the in the democracy? They are raising their voice on different opinion and criticizing the government for its failures or wrong policies. What is opposition party doing? Opposition party, what they are doing, they are raising the voice against the policies of the ruling party or the government. If anything wrong is there, if anything wrong is there, they are raising their voice in that, right? If they are why they are raising their voice, because they are not only their voice, they are raising the voice of the people, because all the people can't come together to raise their voice against the government. So who is taking the responsibility to do this? That is opposition party. Is any opposition party there in the present time? Is any has Congress got this much vote that they play the role of opposition? Don't give reply, just message. Don't speak. This is also your homework. Tell me, is any opposition there? Homework, no, don't tell now. This is your homework. Three questions I told. Next is there. Sorry, continue with that. Opposition parties also mobilize opinion to the government. Means they are telling to the government, they are pressurizing the government how to do the work and which policy will be better for the country, right? So, and why opposition party is doing this? Because they want to attract the people. They want to attract the people towards their own party, so that in the next election the people will vote for them, right? Next is there, that is 6 point. Political party shapes public opinion. I told you how they how they means shape the public opinion. They raise and highlight the issue. Means they raise the issue that is related to the public. Yeah, it is there. We can say democracy. One question was being asked that if no opposition is there, then we can say it is democracy. Yeah, in some circumstances it is possible. I'll answer it afterwards. Hmm. Parties shape public opinion. They raise and highlight issues. Parties have lakhs of members. Parties have lakhs of members and activists spread all over the country. Many of the pressure groups. What are pressure groups? Can anybody tell? Don't speak. Pressure groups are the groups that is pressurizing the government to do the work for their welfare. To do the work for their welfare, they are the pressure groups. Pressure groups are the groups, those who are pressurizing the government to do the work for their benefit, for their means profit. Pressure group can be any private group also, it can be any big group. Big group means for the welfare of the society. And pressure groups can be for the sectional, that is known as sectional pressure group. What is sectional pressure group? Sectional pressure group means the group that is one example of pressure group, like The group of teachers. If any demand is not fulfilled by the government, then what they can do, they can pressurize, they can make their own group and they can pressurize the government. The group of lawyers, that is sectional pressure group, means lawyer can pressurize the government like the farmers. Now they are protesting, right? This is also a pressure group. They are pressurizing the government to do the work for their betterment, right? So next thing, so many of the pressure groups are the extension of the political parties. They are the extension of the political parties. The movement, have you heard about the word movement? Movement is also a pressure group. But what is difference between the pressure group and movement? What is difference between the pressure groups and the government? Sorry, movement. Movement is there for the welfare, generally for the welfare of the society, right? And they do not want to participate in the politics movement. But pressure groups, what are they? They are the extension of the political parties. They want to join the politics, right? Not always, but sometime. But movement, they do not want to participate in the election politics. So party sometimes also launches movements for the resolution of problems faced by the people. What is there? Sometime opposition party, what they are doing, they are raising their voice if their demands are not fulfilled. If the demands of the people are not fulfilled, so often opinions in the society crystallize on the lines of a party take. Next is there, political parties provide access to government machinery and welfare schemes. What is there? Implemented by the government. Political parties provide access to government machinery and welfare schemes implemented by the government. For an ordinary citizen, it is easy to approach a local party leader than a government officer. It is generally we can see it is there that political people are feeling familiar with the leader as comparison to the government officer, because the leaders are local leader, right? Leaders are from their locality and they can approach to them very easily. But in government offices it is not so much easy. So that is why they feel close to political parties even when they do not fully trust them. Means what is there, they do not fully trust them, means they are not having full trust on the political parties. What then, till then, sorry, then also what is there, they are believing that they will do some work for the people, right? They are thinking that these people, these political leaders will do something for the people as comparison to the government official. They are not so much believing on the government official. And parties have to be responsive to the people's need. Parties have to be responsible to the people's need. Reason is there behind it. If the political party will not respond to the needs of the people, then what will be there? In next election, people will not cast vote for them and they will lose the election. If they will lose the election, then what will be there? They will not come in power. So why political parties are paying attention towards the needs of the people so that they will come in power or they will remain in power in the uh, next election, right? So either they are willing or not. They are willing or not means whether the political parties are willing to do the work for the people or not, but they have to do the work for the people. They have to fulfill the needs of the people, because people are having the power to elect or to reject the political parties. If the parties will not work for the Yeah, they can raise their voice. If the political parties will not do the work for the people, then what will be there? People will not cast their vote to them, and next time they will lose the election. The next topic is there, that is necessity. The necessity of a political parties. The list of functions in a sense answer the questions. What is there that we need political party? I told you with the starting of the chapter that earlier, 100 years ago, what was there? There were very few countries where there were political parties. And now there are very few countries where there is no political party. So we need political parties because they perform all these functions. Which function? That we all have read. Contesting the election, frame the policies, making laws, form and run the government. Next, shape public opinion, the role of opposition, and next is there. What is that? Use the government machinery. And what is I forgot to tell that what is government machinery. Government machinery means they are giving the order to the political executive. They are using the political executive to implement the orders in a proper manner. Right. So we need political parties because they perform all these functions, whatever functions we have read. But we still need to ask why modern democracies cannot exist without political parties. Why in the modern time still democracy is not able to exist without the political party? Reason is there behind it. What is the reason behind that? India's population is more than 130 crore. India's population is more than 130 crore. So what is there? It is not possible for all the people to come together at a to sit together on a particular issue and they'll solve the issue. If this much large population will sit together, then how will resolve the issue? Right. And all the people are not having the same kind of a knowledge regarding the whatsoever topics are there. One question is being asked that why political parties are always giving the tickets to their family members. Why the political parties are giving the tickets to their own family member? Reason is there behind that because they do not want to share the power with anyone else. They want that power will retain within their family or their family members. That's why they do not want to share they do not want to give the tickets to the other members or other person except their family member. Right. So we can understand the necessity of political party by imagining a situation without parties. Every candidate in the election will be independent. Okay. If political parties are not there, if political parties are not there, every candidate is independent. What is there in constitution? Whose rule will be there? The party, those who will get the majority number of seats, they will be form the government and run the government. Now suppose no single party is there and every candidate is independent. Then will majority be there? No, majority will not be there. So elected members will be accountable only for their constituency, right? For what they do in the locality. But no one will be responsible for how the country run. If all the members are independent, then what will be there that they will not be able to form the government, and then they will only be responsible for their own constituency, not for the country. That's why there is need of political parties, right? That's why there is need of a political party. So we can also think about it by looking at the non-party based elections to panchayat in many states. Although party do not contest formally, It is generally noticed that in the villages get splits into more than one faction. When elections are there, like panchayati elections are there, then what is there? That election during the election, what is there? The villages get splitted into more than one faction. Faction means into different parts, each of which puts up a panel of its candidate. This is exactly what the party does. That is the reason we find political parties almost in every country. That's why there is need of political party in every country of the world. Whether these countries are big or small, old or new, developed or developing. Right. So what is there next? Next is there the rise of political parties directly linked to the emergence of the representative democracy. India is a representative democracy. How is India a representative democracy? We are electing our leaders, we are casting the votes, we are giving the votes. India is a representative democracy. How? Because we are electing our leaders, and that elected leaders are representing the people. They are representing the people in the parliament. How many parts are there of the parliament? This is also your question. Okay, I'll tell. Three parts are there of the parliament. Number one, president. Number two, Lok Sabha. And number three, Rajya Sabha. Who is the president of India? Just message and answer. Who is the president of India? Yeah, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. Use at least Mr. Shri. Yeah, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. So, what is there? Indian society, Indian is having a representative democracy. As societies became large and complex, they also needed some agency to gather different views and various issues to present these to the government. What is there? If the India is a large country, India is a diverse country with large population. So, what is there? There is need of someone who will join the merge the views of all the people and put that views in front of the government. So who is playing that role? The political parties are playing that role, right? They needed some way to bring various representative together to that, so that a responsible government could be formed. They need a mechanism to support the to restrain the government. What is that mechanism? That is election. And make policies justify or oppose them. What is next? That political parties fulfill these needs that every representative government has. We can say political parties are a necessary condition of a democracy or for a democracy, right? So how we can't imagine the democracy without the political parties. Democracy is working with the political parties. And now next is there, how many political parties do we have? We have more than 750 political parties. Seven political parties are that national level parties. We have more than 750 political parties that are registered with the Election Commission. In India, three authorities are independent. Number one, President. Number two is Chief Justice of India, means Judiciary, and number three, Election Commission. And who is the Chief Election Commissioner? Mr. Sunil Arora. Chief Election Commissioner ECI. Sorry, Chief Election CEI. Chief Election Inspector or Commissioner, that is, sorry, Chief Election Commissioner CEC. He is Mr. Sunil Arora. And what is there? 750 parties are registered with the Chief Election Commission. Right. What is there in that? More than 750 parties are registered with the Election Commission of India, but not all these parties are serious contender. Means what is there? The serious contender means they are not so much serious about the political for the elections. Means they are working sometime for the some part mainly some parties are working for the sometimes when the elections are near about, right? Only very less parties are there that they are serious contender of the political system or the for contesting the election, right? So two type of parties are there, mainly national level party and the state level party, that we will discuss in the next session, right? That we will discuss in the next session. If you people have faced any problem regarding the chapter, you can WhatsApp me and you can ask. This was the session for today, right? And I think you all have revised the notes. Please revise that notes, that worksheet I have sent to you, and try to make extra question answers, right? And thank you for not disturbing the class. And okay, you can disconnect now.